Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, I got myself here 3 games that I got last week from a retro game store. Um, I got these fairly cheaply. I mean, I paid $5 for this one, SOCOM US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo 2. Unfortunately, the case is a little damaged here, so that's probably why it was cheap. But yeah, this is the second in the Fireteam Bravo series on PlayStation Portable. Of course, there was the first game. There's also a third game and also another game as well. But um, but yeah, that's 4 titles in total, and yet none of these games are currently available on PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus Premium on PS4 or PS5, which is a pity. I'm sure I'd love to see them, but I have a feeling that the only reason they aren't is because of licensing issues. Um, I'm not sure if they're like if it's in regards to the music or any stock footage that they're using, but unfortunately, they're not available. Um, Now, what is interesting about the PSP games is that, as you can see on the back here, um, you can actually connect it through a USB cable with the console game SOCOM US Navy SEALs Combined Assault for the PS2, including all new action events and unlockables. So yeah, depending on your actions in the PSP game, it'll actually affect missions in the console version and vice versa, which is really nice. This seems so revolutionary at the time, and it's something that unfortunately has been lost since because handheld ports now are just slightly watered down versions of the home console versions, thanks to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. But yeah, this was certainly an interesting time to live in, and one that I wish um, we could go back to somewhat. I mean, we have mobile versions nowadays, can be very different from the console games, but it's just not the same. There's no like cross-platform compatibility. Now, as this is the PlayStation Portable, it does feature the signature UMD discs, which Sony was pushing at the time. In fact, it's kind of why a whole lot of movies ended up on the UMD drive, because Sony was trying to really push this back then. But unfortunately, outside the PlayStation Portable, no one was using them. So yeah, it ended up it ended up kind of just being relegated to um, just the PSP, which is a pity. I mean, it's nothing wrong with optical disc. It's just that having optical disc also means that you need an optical disc reader, which unfortunately also drains the battery pretty quickly, as opposed to using cartridges, which don't require uh, an intense amount of battery use. But yeah, we got the manual over here, both the English and the French version. I will say it is neat how um, the cases, specifically the case size, are very similar, if not exactly the same as the Nintendo Switch Nintendo Switch game cases, which is kind of neat. I honestly did not like these cases at first, but I've come around to it. They're really nice. So we got the manuals and this thing which is completely irrelevant now. You used to be able to use this. Yeah. Register all your games. Yeah, that was before the internet was like really took off. But those days are over now. Now I have already I've actually got some video of me testing out the game, uh, which I will cut to um, in a few seconds. So yeah, let's actually enjoy uh, some video of me booting up SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo 2 for the PSP that I got 4 years ago now. Alright, so the next game I have here is Tom Clancy's Hawks 2. This was a sequel to Hawks 1, which came out, I believe, a year prior. Now, unfortunately, this game is not backwards compatible, unlike the first game, so I will be testing it out on my Xbox 360. Um, but as for the game itself, well, let's see here. Yeah, so obviously, given that there is no Hawks 3, this game did not do as well as it probably should have. It actually got a. I'm not sure about the other platforms, but I know there's like a Wii version, but I'm not sure if that one's like the same game at all. You know how it is with Wii games. Sometimes they're very different because of the hardware limitations. But yeah, let's actually try this game out and see if it works. All right, let's see game de. Oh, okay, it's loading up. Okay, it looks like I can install it. That's a good sign. So, you know what? Let's actually play now. All right, so the game does in fact load up to the main menu at the very least, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna take it that this game will work. And if it doesn't, well, uh, that's not too bad. I mean, it was only $3, so actually no, sorry, it was $5. My mistake. So yeah, that's Tom Clancy's Hawks 2. Alright, so with those two games out of the way, the final one I have is Medal of Honor European Assault for the PlayStation 2, which I got for $3. It was actually a 2 for 5 deal, but unfortunately, I could not find a second game. The only other game I could see in the bargain bin was Ni no Kuni for PS3, but I already had a copy of that game, so I didn't need it. But yeah, this is yet another Medal of Honor game for my collection. And of course, for those of you who don't know, Medal of Honor was basically done by the same people who eventually worked on Call of Duty. Sorry, created the Call of Duty franchise. So like people like Vince Zampella and forgot that other guy's name, but yeah, some of the key people that worked on the Medal of Honor franchise went on to work on and make the Medal of Honor killer Call of Duty. Let's actually hang on a second. If we look on the back here? Yeah, oh no, this was actually after those guys left. Yeah, it was actually after those guys left, I think. But anyways, yeah, Medal of Honor European Assault, released in 2005 for the PS2. I've actually tested this game already off camera, so I'm not going to do that. Plus, this video has already gone on for quite a long time anyway, so yeah, let's just take a look on the back again. A time for heroes, a time for honor. Yeah, so 1 to 2 players, memory card, 95 kilobits. Yeah, remember when games took up that much, were that tiny? Well, save files took up that small a space. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people don't. Analog controls, vibration, multi-tap. So we got 4 players, I guess. Now, unfortunately, there is no manual, but yeah, we got the game here. So that's nice. And yeah, for $3, so that's $3. $5 here, $5 there. Yeah, that's $13. For $13, I got 3 games for 3 different platforms, and yeah, I'd say it was a pretty decent haul. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I actually got 8 loose games as well, but that's for a completely separate video. And so stay tuned for that. Uh, but for now, yeah, enjoy. If you've enjoyed this video, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.